Another very important factor when we're setting up to shoot is our white balance setting. So for anyone that doesn't know, when we set the white balance, we're telling the camera what white is, and then it's basing the rest of the colours from that. So it gives us the most natural looking image. So under different types of lights, this would look completely different. So that's why we need to make sure that we're setting it correctly. So daylight is typically around 5,600 Kelvin. And that's what we've got our camera set to at the moment. So that's a natural looking picture. But if we just have a bit of a play around with it, so on the left hand side of the camera, at the bottom, we have some white balance buttons. So if we press the little button on the right, as we see, it brings up 5600 in orange. And if we change this from daylight and go down, we can see the effect that it's starting to have on the colour. It's turning a lot bluer as we go down. And then the other way, if we go higher, we can see it's going a lot warmer. So if we go back to, so 5,600 is classed as daylight, 3,200 is classed as tungsten. So if we were shooting inside at night, maybe with some general lamps on, would more likely be around the 3,200 mark. And on this camera, if we press the second white balance button, we've got these options. So K stands for Kelvin, and that's the colour temperature that we can change. So whether that's from daylight at 5,600 down to tungsten at 3,200, or anywhere in between, or higher or lower, depending on what we're actually shooting. Or if we move this down, we have an auto white balance setting, which is handy to have. And then these two presets, daylight and tungsten. So they're in easy grasp if we're changing environments, going from outside to inside with tungsten lights. We can just flip between those two. But we need to make sure we're setting our white balance correctly, or at least close to correctly, because we can still correct a little bit in the edit, but we don't want to be too far out.